there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for June 2022. And just a quick reminder, if you are curious, yes, I do have Neptune and Saturn's retrogrades on my radar, but I am saving those for one of my special videos because these are very interesting retrogrades. I know they're going retrograde this month, but they will be covered much more thoroughly in a new video that I'll be putting out here shortly. So stay tuned for that. We won't be covering them in this horoscope. If you are ever interested in getting a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So what is going on when it comes to your month of June? Well, let's start with the Sun, bringing attention, enhancement, and support to your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables, Gemini, through the 21st of the month. When we have the Sun in our second house, everything around us is getting upgraded. Everything around us is getting souped up. You're going to be noticing that, yes, that attention, of course, is going to be putting you at the front of the line for a lot of new opportunities or a lot of new assignments, a lot of new income streams that are going to be coming your way. But we're also noticing that employers or maybe even clients or customers are being a lot more generous with you when it comes to bringing new contributions to you in the form of tools and resources that'll help you increase your earning power. This is a great time, of course, for anyone who might be looking for a new job or looking for new committed employment, but even what you find is going to be a cut above what you have been expecting from your market or from the people you're used to working for or the populations that you're used to serving. This is also a great time for a lot of you who are looking to maybe make some kind of switch into a faster lane or into a higher lane when it comes to your career. After the 21st, we've got the Sun moving on into Cancer for the duration of the month. This is going to be, of course, your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, anything to do with helpful third parties. And this is where one of the times where a lot of people will show up for us and get a lot more involved in our story. Helpful third parties mean hookups. That means people coming in and volunteering their services and their works to get more involved in your life, especially when it comes to things that you've been doing by yourself. This is a great time for collaborations and alliances to get formed, as well as hidden opportunities to be presented to you or illuminated by your network. And if you don't have a network, well, after the 21st of the month, be ready to be proven just how useful that kind of thing can be, especially when an entourage presents itself to you to be accepted should you choose. We have Mars, the planet of action, passion, energy, that obstacle-clearing driving force in Aries all month long. This is your 12th house of your past, the privacy, the hidden zone, anything to do with old business, old work, or unfinished business, and even things that could go way, way, way back in the past. Now, with Mars in the 12th house, this is a time where the elimination of old burdens, old locks, as well as maybe even the elimination of old impositions is going to be in full swing, especially when it comes to things that tie you to the past or keep you anchored or stuck in spaces that ultimately cause you to miss out on a lot of opportunities in the present and going into the future. Mars in the 12th house can sometimes precipitate overdue conflict, especially when it comes to constructive conflict with other people that you may have a long-standing history with. However, it's important that we bring these matters to a close because that is what Mars is all about in this part of the chart. However, this is also a time where Mars is going to be moving up the development and even the debut of a lot of old projects or old aspirations, old journeys that you wish you could have taken, but perhaps maybe the timing wasn't right, the resources weren't there, the support wasn't there. Mars is now bringing that to back it up, and you may also find that Mars is bringing some old allies or maybe even some old wealth back from the past as well, or maybe from out of hiding, out of out of closed doors, so to speak. We have Venus, the planet of love, favor, popularity, and affection in your sign through the 22nd of the month. And so we have the wild card blessing of Venus working for you, however you want to put this to use. Of course, with Venus in our first house, we are a love magnet. And so for a lot of you who are maybe looking for new romance or looking for new relationship partners, you may have plenty to choose from throughout the course of this month because, well, you seem to be drawing all of the eyes in the room or all of the eyes in town. Venus here is also going to be attracting, yes, wealth your way. Venus does also rule wealth, even though we tend to think about other planets for that. Venus does attract opportunities to increase our earning power and bring more luxury into our life. And you're also going to find that in a platonic sense, Venus is working really, really hard to bring more sweetness, to bring more intimate connections with your closest friends and allies as well. After the 22nd, Venus moves on into Gemini, that second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables, where Venus will be going on into July. And this is where you are really raking it in when it comes to money, because Venus always brings us opportunities to make more money without necessarily doing more work. Now, this can come in the form of generosity. This could be coming in the form of maybe just higher sales or better productivity, getting better compensation for work that we already do. We may find that we are more highly valued in the workspace and therefore more incentive is coming our way. We are becoming more popular on and off the job, which is also going to be opening up new lucrative opportunities for us. And you may find that that favor and that affection and popularity is also bringing an opportunity for a lot of you Taurus people to be hooked up in some way with maybe a high demand or maybe high value new assignment or job opportunity that you are put at the front of the line for. We have Mercury in your sign, direct as of the 3rd of June through the 13th. Mercury is the planet of communications, speed, and productivity. And we have this focus on getting a move on, especially when it comes to speeding up things that have maybe been slowed down or just things that we would not like to have to wait so long for. Mercury in our sign, the wildcard blessings of Mercury means, hey, let's have a look around. Let's see, what is it that does need to be sped up in our lives as far as maybe what we're doing with our health, or maybe there is some kind of big magnum opus project you're working on. Are you looking to open up new lines of communication with friends? Are you looking to maybe speed up the completion of some kind of chapter or story in your life? Are you looking to maybe close up a deal or maybe bring a contract, an agreement, or some kind of commitment to a fruition to call it good and done? With Mercury in your sign for the first half of the month, you're going to have all you need to get that done. This is also good for moving up things that maybe you know that you don't have to wait for, or things that have been put off for far too long or put out too further in the year that you would like to move up. After the 13th, Mercury moves on into Gemini, that second house of income, where Mercury will be through the duration of this month and going into July. With Mercury in the second house, this is a time where a lot of you are going to find that you are not only making money easy, right, with Venus there, but you are also climbing so much more quickly than you ever could, or maybe that has been precedent for your field, for your industry, or for your job. Now, how this applies to you, of course, may be just you are raking in money very, very quickly, right? Because Mercury tends to bring in fast wealth in a very incremental way. So we might be doing a lot of really easy, one and done kind of assignments, but that's really adding up very, very fast. You may be finding that Mercury is also moving money that should be coming to you faster. And so you may be getting things sooner than expected. And you may find that growth opportunities, interviews, and new job prospects are also, really hitting the road right away, right? We are actually getting the show on the road in such a way where you might be expected to show up or be ready to get down and dirty and to work on a lot of these cool new opportunities faster than you are used to getting to them. So be prepared. It's going to be a very accelerated month for you Taurus people. Finally, we got to talk about our lunations, as we always close up with the lunations of the month. We've got a full moon, which is all about culminations, transitions, and endings in Sagittarius on June 14th. This is your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, as well as intimacy and self-employment earnings. And the 2 weeks following June 14th are going to be very, very hot for you Taurus people, because a full moon in the 8th house is all about a complete release of inhibitions when it comes to all matters intimate, romantic, and let's just say hot. I don't want to get too smutty on this video. With the full moon here, a lot of you may be deciding that it's time to get to work on sating some hungers, or maybe exploring some romantic fantasies without any kind of holdups or hang-ups. And you may be finding that partners are also getting over a lot of inhibitions or a lot of romantic or intimate blocks as well. And for those of you who are single or available to new people, this is the time where, yes, we are going to be meeting the right match for such an exploration as well. This is also a time where a lot of you may be purging or eliminating something from your financial or employment history, which is going to make a lot of space for a new source of wealth to come. We also have a new moon in Cancer on June 28th. A new moon, of course, being all about seed planting, new beginnings, and initiations. This is in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, promises, and commitments, as well as helpful third parties. And I am seeing that there will be a new collaboration or a new BFF, a new close friend or alliance, whether it's with an individual person or maybe even a group getting formed. And this is going to be a strong cadre of support, right? We've got backup, we've got allies here, and this is really going to work for you, especially when it comes to something that you would like to publicize or maybe even something you'd like to publish and get the word out with. So that is what I've got for you Taurus people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.